Hello, welcome to the Conference of Freedom Advocates, the gathering of liberty driven thinkers, reformers, and activists coming together to advance freedom with the theme Inspire. Walk with me as we journey through the conference.
Inspire, hosted by Liberalist Centre, has been a wonderful event. I have been able to pick the minds of many great speakers and advocates here today. I especially love the session by Miss Linda and how she educated us on the great things that are happening and can happen within Africa with regional integration and the opportunity to create a continental market. And I'm also very enthusiastic about the opportunity to be an advocate as a youth in my community, and as I have learned the importance of starting from the grassroots up and making every individual the foundation for liberty.
Well, the Conference of Freedom Advocates is our first primary event, basically trying to inspire hearts about liberty, advocacy, and freedom. This conference was bettered out of the place of seeing what has happened and being a think tank here in Nigeria that is now 4 years old. We thought of doing something not just from the usual training or advocacy workshop we used to have, but something more inclusive, something that brings every other person into the room to discuss about ideas of freedom and how these ideas can go forward to transform lives. We here at the Liberalist Centre, with the vision and mandate of promoting liberty and of course individual liberty, which is very important, we see that bringing everybody to the room is very important because these are the persons in their own little way making impact. This year, having the conference has taught us that everybody is important. We had people who we even gave scholarship to, who flew from within the country to come for the conference. We had somebody with disability. That made us, of course, we didn't really know, but on the form, because of how much we want to make everybody into the program, we had to state it. They gave us feedback. We saw that we had people living with disabilities and we're able to get them, make them comfortable and make sure they are part of the conference. For us, that's individual liberty. Everybody should have the right to be heard and also to be listened to. Well, for us, what we do with our programs here at the Liberalist Centre, first of all, with the Journalism for Liberty Fellowship Program, where we train mid-career journalists and media enthusiasts about the ideas of liberty, giving them cutting-edge tools that enables them thrive in today's society by doing pro-freedom reporting, pro-freedom investigative story, pro-freedom journalism, not just the conventional journalism we do here in Nigeria, but of course selling these ideas of liberty to them and how in turn they can use it as tools for better governance. We do that also by our trainings, by our workshop, and so many other things. So these are the sustainability plan. And of course, we are going into policy related issues where we try as much as possible to write documentaries, to write stories, to write report that then gets to the government to enable them see what we are doing, send out recommendations that they could follow to better enhance our society.
I identify as an international trade expert, and I am also a lawyer by profession. And you can call me a future leader, as the past many years I have been teaching and mentoring young people all over Africa into becoming the future leaders the continent aspires to see them grow into. Today we are at the Conference of Freedom Advocates here in Abuja, Nigeria, with the theme Inspire. This is a gathering of young people from across different fields all over Nigeria and a few from other different African countries to debate a number of issues that are affecting the young people today and also inspire young people towards the future. I am quite impressed by the turnout today. Despite it being a Saturday, the room is full. We have over 100 young advocates with us today. And if I think about the gender balance, I can also see a great balance between the ladies and the gents in the house. And something to take note of is I am quite inspired by the Inspire conference at the Liberalists here today that have creating access to persons living with disabilities, especially we have someone in the audience that has hearing disability, and there is a translator who is speaking in sign language to enable this participant to be able to follow through the conference. I think considering the continent where we come from, access to such amazing opportunities are quite limited, and I think we are all inspiring other people to make sure that when you're having a gathering of young people and timely conversations, make sure to create access, just like the Liberalist Centre.
So liberty relies on personal agency. It requires on people making spontaneous decisions as individuals, as groups, as civil society. In order for them to make good decisions and do so in a way that continues to foster liberty, prosperity, development, they need to be informed. They need to know how to do so. They need to know about the state-of-the-art practices in achieving all of these lofty goals. And for that, they need to have access to information. Liberalist Institute, Liberalist Centre, they do fabulous work, like with this incredible conference, to inform the public, to work with young leaders, members of organizations, but also general public, to teach them about different aspects of liberty, of economics, of politics, social studies, and through that they can build stronger societies. They can form more effective economies. They can be entrepreneurial. They can also encourage the governments to make the right decisions for the people. And because of that, the work is just immensely valuable and worth supporting.
Today we are holding the Conference of Freedom Advocates, the CFA. So the CFA was born out of the need and urgency to educate advocates, reformers and activists. So all across Africa we are seeing movements, we are seeing protests, we are seeing people demanding change from African governments, from African leaders. But what kind of change are they actually requesting for? What kind of change are they actually demanding? So are they changes that are born out of knowledge with evidence-based progress? So that is why we are having this conference today. So the main aim is to bring activists and reformers together and talk about the kind of reforms, the kind of changes we want in Africa, and talk about the ideas that can actually bring about prosperity.
The main goal of the Liberalist Centre is to ensure that they educate and also empower young people all over Africa for pro-freedom journalism, and they achieve this through training, mentorship, different fellowships, and a conference just like this today. Throughout the day, we are having conversations by different speakers on different issues, all touching onto that issue of freedom in the media, freedom of speech. And my takeaway today, like all of the participants who are here with us today, we are being encouraged to be able to think and make sure that we are innovative and consider the plight of freedom in our continent. What role do we play? What part do I play as a young African in ensuring that I am promoting freedom? What am I saying? Am I creating space? Am I participating in ensuring Africa gets freedom? I live here feeling quite inspired, and I hope to contribute to making Africa a better place like the other 100+ participants who are here with us today.
I think the thing that stood out to me the most about the conference is just the sheer level of involvement that the participants have, the questions that they ask, just how so many questions get asked. The moment that the speaker is like, okay, any questions from the crowd, just hands just start shooting up, and all of the questions are great. The speakers have to work tough to answer them, and that just shows that it's not just anyone being here. It's really well-selected individuals, the creme de la creme, and the speakers are also engaging enough that it's worth to ask them questions. Because if you don't trust the speaker that they're going to give you a good answer, you're not going to ask any questions. So I think that's a great testimonial to the value of the conference.
One thing from this event is I can do it. It is not an impossible feat that the government has to start now. It can start with me. and I can create change even as a youth in Nigeria.